Fanatics on the banks of Volga, cannibals in the mountain bunker, slavers on the shores of the dried-out sea. How many monsters has the war given rise to? Or perhaps were they always there, and the war simply gave them a chance to show themselves and now we're stuck with them forever? Regardless, we can't afford to lose hope. We are getting ever closer to our dream. Finding a place where we could live, free from radiation and mutants. The maps we recovered in the desert have provided us with several promising options, and now the crew members are excitedly waiting for the Colonel's decision on where the Aurora should go next. Currently, though, the train is calmly rolling eastward. The crew rests, and Stepan proposed to Katya. It was a proposal she couldn't refuse.
Just a little bit more. This is almost perfect. Just a little bit more. Yes, this needs another rub. Now, having one more go would never hurt. This is almost perfect.
Well, bratucha, Anna sure gave us all a scare. But don't you worry, it does look like tuberculosis, but Katya is a real medic. She'll put her back on the feet in no time at all. Besides, there's finally something nice ahead. A river, a forest, even a hydroelectric dam. That sounds interesting, but I haven't fixed one yet. So don't worry, Artyomich, everything will be fine. Soon we'll have a chance at normal lives again then, you know? Are you and Anna gonna have kids? Artyom, it's about time, bratucha! Moscow doesn't sound right for those with radiation and all, but the valley, oh, that's the place. And Stepan and Katya would follow suit too, since they're married. We do have to populate the colony, you know. We'll build a good one too, with some skilled people and most importantly, smart people. And we'll surely attract more. And if some assholes decide to crash the party, we'll send them packing in no time with our guys. Of course, that valley needs checking out first. The colonel is absolutely right. But you and Alyosha, you can handle that, no problem. Boy, that cursed mountain? Oh. I had this nasty feeling back then. I even told the colonel why. He was so eager to see that minister of his, he didn't care. Not quite like him, huh? But that's to be expected, you know. Everyone has a string which, when pulled, makes you forget about everything else. Tisi got shot like a dog, and serves him right. Remember how we rushed to fight the Baron? That one was a real bastard, of course. Treating people like that over nothing, yeah, just as bad as the Astrakhan gang. At least he got shot like a dog, and serves him right. Would be nice to wipe out all of his lieutenants, huh? You know what, I'm sure Gil will handle them just fine. She's not a girl who'd leave a job half done, huh? So what I'm saying is, we weren't roasting in that oven for nothing, huh? We also helped people, besides getting those maps. Well, I think I'll finish with your trophy here. Go prepare the railcar for a recon trip with Alyosha. Speaking of him, I think he wanted to go with you so badly because he also had a feeling, you know, in his usual direction. Look after that lecher before he finds his, head stuck somewhere nasty, will you? Still, I have to give it to you, Bratucha. Bringing this beauty here was a stroke of genius. I feel she's going to help us a lot. Mind you, I'm not trading my railcar for anything in the world, but this baby here is just amazing. Never mind the looks, her engine has been finely tuned and maintained. She's got a strengthened frame and springs, even her brakes are in perfect order. The mechanic's skill and passion are as plain as day here, and I love that. This thing reminds me of my old bay, the one I once drove out of Kadui. A ton-and-a-half truck from that war had been rusting in a scrapyard for 40 years at least. Ran on firewood like the Aurora. Of course it was more memory than a truck. The cabin was all rotten, plywood don't keep that well. Platform was missing altogether, but the engine with the gearbox and the gas generator was still there. The frame was okay. Yeah, that was a piece of work. A month without taking a break. But in the end it ran. Then I put the body in the same minibus you have here on the top of the frame. And driving that Frankenbus, I went as far as Astrakhan. Mind you, that thing didn't have more than 30 HP on its birthday. Terrible hassle too. You not just have to chop firewood, you have to make the sticks even and nice, or else it doesn't run well. Takes a lot of experience, like heating up a proper sauna, you know? So I'd spend half a day getting ready, a couple of hours driving, yeah. Fell in love with that thing. Oi, mamachka. No wonder after all that effort. Still, had to give it to one bastard in Astrakhan. Otherwise, I would have just been killed right there, and that's if I got lucky. Huh? So that's how it went back then. As for this beauty, I'll take good care of her. For old time's sake, she'll be winning every car show we run across, huh? Ain't she a beauty? Ух ты, красавица моя, like a bride on her wedding day. Perfect! So, there you have it, Bratucha. There you have it.
I can't say I've ever been religious. But right now I'm begging all gods, please, watch over Anna and make the valley cure her of her affliction. In the meantime, Alyosha and I are on a recon mission. We have no idea of what is waiting for us there. Though Alyosha seems convinced that there are going to be crowds of women eagerly anticipating his arrival. If that turns out to be the case, then I have the best companion possible for this mission.
Yes, I must say, I'm rather partial to this valley. Take air for one. Makes your head swim. Never smelled air like this in my life. I bet if we spend a week there, it won't just cure Anna. It'll make Colonel grow his feet back. Damn, this is one bumpy ride. The rails are all bent. The whole track seems to be fixing to slide down. I sure hope it can hold our weight. Let's hail the Aurora and tell them to take the other road. Come in, Aurora. This is forward recon. Do you read? Over.
Aurora here. Reading you loud and clear. Over.
Colonel, sir. This track won't hold the Aurora. Take the main one. Over.
I see. This one will require some repairs. And this will hold us back. Regardless, the plan stands. We rendezvous at the dam. How is the general situation there? Over.
The general situation is completely awesome, Colonel. Sir, Anna is sure to love it here. Over.
Glad to hear that. Carry on. Aurora, over and out.
So the plan goes like this. We get to that dam, check it out quickly, and call them over. Just take a look at all this beauty, huh? Don't you want them to see it sooner? Look at that church for a minute.
Artyom! Hold up!
Nothing here. Coming. Our guys caught your friend, but I can see your two are not bandits. I'll help you out if you don't do anything stupid. Gotta run now. Just stay out of sight and you'll be fine. Catch you later.
Stop right there! It's the brethren of the coaster! Take another step and we run our rig on you!
Aye! Another step and you die! Ha ha! Yeah, so beat it, you scallywag! If you know what's good for your ground-loving ass! Even one of you drifters we caught today is too much!
Look, I've been thinking about asking all this time. All this pirate stuff, the corpses on the post, do you guys really think the teacher wanted this?
The teacher wanted us to defend ourselves.
Well, none of this stuff helps. The bandits have been seen in the village again. Plus, our guys caught a drifter today.
This just means they need us to remind them the lesson. That's why we're here. We'll catch a couple and make some fresh scarecrows.
Well, bandits, I do understand. They did terrible things here. But this new drifter doesn't look like a bandit. Perhaps he was just passing by.
If he is not a bandit, he should have just passed us by, but no, he crawled out of the river here. I say make a scarecrow out of him and keep the others away.
I don't know about this, really.
Well, the guys are tired of waiting.
How many of those drifters are there, I wonder? Because you never know.
Oh, I hope nobody heard me.
Did you hear this cattle going to attack that train? I bet the pioneers are going to throw a fit at the council meeting.
Ah, to hell with the pioneers. Do you even believe we all grew up together and the teacher taught us all the same? But look at them now, they're all cowards. Besides, how would they know?
Well, they're probably picking on us all the time, right?
As if
We're
the
picking on
intruders
them.
would come here.
What do you mean?
Wolves? No. I think they know that. He was taking a big in the west and didn't notice me. The rat on that girl.
Yeah, she's amazing. I wish she stopped hanging with those cowards. By the way, why do they get to hang around with most of the girls? It ain't fair. Yeah, it's coming.
Why do I have to stand here? Stupid place. Oh, wow. Glad nobody heard that. The drifters! Get him, Matthews! Guys, we can't handle this, let's get out! The drifters in the pack is over there. He's here. He's still here somewhere. We're going to catch him and gut him like a fish. Hey, where is that intruder? Oh, I'm dying of looking for this hour. going to find you anyways! I know this forest is the back of my hand! What's that? What's there? Here, guys! An intruder knocked our guard out! You think you can get away? Not a chance, intruder! The intruder! He's here! I know where you are! Let's find the drifters! We can't be allowed free reign of our curse! Come on, you drifters! Don't get bloody hell did you even get here if you're such a stinking coward?
You can't count whatever you do to scumbag! None of you will get out of our forest alive, and you know it! Where the hell are you hiding, you coward? No matter, I will find you. Even a mouse couldn't hide from me in this forest.
Come out for a fight! You could at least die like a human!
First you tag, and then you hide. Beg for your lives and call for your mommy.
I'm not going to find you, drifters! Ha! Hey, you drifter! I won't save you from the walls if they find you first! That's it! I give up! I give up! Don't do that! I am ready. I wasn't a coward. I defended my friends while I could.
Hey, Drifter! I give up!
Retreat! So, aren't you going to shoot?
Alyosha, come in. trying to contact you. What happened? Artyom, please.
Hey, look! The second one! I told you he was not alone.
All right, let's cut the rope and take him to the camp with the first one.
Hey, wait a minute. You pioneers already have one, and this is our catch.
He got caught on our turf!
The net is mine, so bite me.
Oh yeah? Well, why did you set the trap on our turf then? Besides, you already have an intruder's backpack.
I dived for the backpack, and you chickened out.
Oh, I chickened out? You're pirates! You have more boats! And this one will face the forest court.
Боже мой, you are all cowards. He's an intruder, an enemy.
What are you, a bandit? What did the teacher say? He said we must be different. Did you forget?
Isn't your head getting a bit too big? The teacher said we have to defend ourselves first. All the rest was later. Did you forget what the intruders would do here? He's an intruder too, so he must die before he brings the others.
Enough! The forest court comes first. The court will decide if we kill him.
So you got out, you asshole. It takes real skill to get away from the master of the forest. This means you're dangerous. Damn it. Fucking backpack. I got greedy. Well, shoot me. Or scram. I gotta get ready for the final exam. Tell the teacher. I defended ours. Didn't chicken out. Didn't bully the girls. Teacher, I'm here.
Hurry up! Eugene, the pirate, could still be alive. What about Peter? What do you think? He took a hit from the master. The master probably got him. You went to the camp, we came here. It all took time. So what? We must at least get the bodies back. We'd be called cowards if we don't. Yep. Let's push it then. Yeah. Tell me one thing though. How did you guys manage not to see the master? He can walk silently. And we were distracted. Another intruder got caught in the trap. And Eugene got excited and started demanding all the loot. Or at least the boots. Another intruder? Weird that Olga didn't say anything. And didn't even come with us. So where is he? Still hanging out there. If the master didn't get him, more reason to hurry up then. Yeah, let's pick up some speed. What's the point of standing here at all? Won't even have anywhere to hide if the master of the forest comes. Damn, he's already with the teacher. Damn, you almost got away from the master. Almost.
It's gonna snap!
Hey! Am I teaching you how to do nothing? I'm not! And you stay out of my business!
I just want to help! It's totally going to snap!
You already did help once! You're lucky you still have that arm!
So I made a mistake! Do I have to sit here for the rest of my life now? Was all the time getting those badges wasted?
Wasted? Of course, no! You're doing an important job, guarding the trail! He didn't come here alone, that guy! Why do you think I'm setting the traps?
I figured as much. The council doesn't convene unless there's some serious matter. By the way, did you already set one at the camp entrance?
Sure thing, the first thing I did!
How about the cave?
What cave?
What do you mean, what cave? The one behind the pond up the stream. It goes straight to the camp.
I know where it goes. I just didn't get this yet. I'll finish here, then fix the old ones on the trail, and do the cave one last.
Sure, it's your call. Though if the intruders get to the camp through that cave, they'll be your ass drying on the porch of Teacher's house for a week at least.
pirates. You summon the council. But take the word first. You don't respect the teacher's word. What is that supposed to mean?
You let an intruder go. We could leave the others here. We've got all of our positions here.
Nobody let him go. He escaped. The guard was distracted, and he's being punished. Well, more intruders come and start cutting you to pieces. That's going to be a great...
Yeah, you'll be running around beating your pants and shouting with
Don't you dare! The boy started to the last man. To get land as friend. Having that is harder than keeping one intruder on our lot.
and we will hold the swamp camp. Don't be afraid, weakling.
You say that again and I'll deck you. What's your tone? But he was saying shit about the boys who died there.
Alright, anyhow, you pioneers got your time. Now we'll have to board the train. Better than waiting for their attack.
Remember the teacher's word. Defend ourselves.
Attack is the best form of defense.
What? I don't remember the teacher saying that. The teacher said you have to read. So we read that in our book. Well, if you read that in your book, then you can attack, and we won't. The teacher also said that you can't just kill everyone. You have to take them to the forest coast.
Ah, we expected as much from you. Alright, we can handle it ourselves. And we'll hang the second intruder from our post once we catch him.
He's not a bandit, and he didn't hurt the girls. He only defended himself. Why kill him?
Because he's an intruder. Because he came here like a bandit, so he'll get hanged like one. And I dare you to say we are bandits.
Is that a threat?
It's a warning.
Enough! I declare the session closed. And now, as hospitality dictates, let's eat together.
How long do you think Vitya is going to stand in the corner for?
Besides, no idea. Roman will decide.
Why? Save for our guys. I just think we shouldn't have put him there. It wasn't he who told us the lie. It was a drifter. Besides, Olga distracted him.
So he was punished for being dumb, not for lying. You can't really be so stupid when you're guarded.
Got lucky the drifter just left. Could have dumbbell's throat. Oh, that is true. Where do you think he went, is that drifter?
Victor said he was heading toward the church.
Why don't we give chase then?
Well, he didn't harm us at all, really. Besides, who's gonna mind the camp if we all chase him, huh? Imagine if the master comes.
I guess I didn't think this through.
Vitya didn't either. And see where it got him. Learn from his mistakes, man.
Yeah, I'm learning all right.
In any case, he only makes it worse for himself, that drifter. If the pirates catch him, they'll pin him to a tree.
That reminds me, why don't they respect the teacher? He told them in the end that they shouldn't just kill everyone.
Well, yes, but the pirates think that protecting their friends, as the teacher has told them before, is the important part. And what he told them in the end is just...
But just what? As they are the teacher's words, after all.
Of course. We have to do as he said, or else we'll turn into bandits ourselves.
Oh, stinks like something died. I guess I'll go wash the sweat off.
The instructor sure seemed to think the same. They put guards between outposts and doors after all. And besides, did you hear them talk? They even sound like bandits.
Well, it was a bit early, that would be a shame. I've been through so much together. After all, it's not just I will be brave. I will protect my friends. I will never bully the girls. I will be brave. I will protect. I will never bully.
I know already. I will...
Free time is for rest, and you're going to lose your voice if you continue like that.
What's that to you?
Nothing. You could go mute for all I care, but this thing isn't going to say a word anyways.
Great job, man. What do we do now? They're both out. Well, just do the work yourself if you're so smart. I told you we should have just killed them. They aren't going to talk anyway. Just kill them? Every time hanging on one of their posts with wolves nibbling at your feet? They have a lot to answer for.
Taking this a little too personal. You should have
been on a post.
I haven't, but my friends have!
Should I stick around here alone?
I'll continue with these two fuckers after I finish. How many fingers did he have left?
What are we even doing here?
Fuck! It's Crowbar! He's all dried up, but I'm sure. And there's Log! And the other boys from the 3rd barrack. Where the hell are these fuckers hiding?
Don't worry, the two we caught will talk soon.
No, these fuckers never.
These will. Though it's really weird them boys are taking so long there. Should have started cutting fingers off long ago. They'd have spilled their guts by now.
Should start cutting heads off, not fingers. Those fuckers are hardcore total fanatics. They don't talk when you flay them alive. They just keep blaring their bullshit about exams and teachers. Ugh, what the hell is up with that shit, I wonder?
Yes, that's fucked up. I wonder why is it all quiet there? Out of fingers? Hey, Bull! Cut their dicks off now or something! Yeah, cut them off! We've got to find out before the other fuckers come here to check up on them!
Why the hell?
It's the fucking bitch! You fucking bitch! You fucker! Yeah, the bush is... Gotta reload, people! Fuck this shit, guys! The fucking bitch was hiding up there!
I'm gonna find that bitch and fuck him up good. We've seen better than that, he said. The fucker, he actually got away. Well, we're still getting his ass.
Shit! Reload! Pin the bitch! Fuck this shit, guys!
The fucker was up there.
Well, that bitch.
Come out, you fucker!
Where did you hide?
Before I go
Well, I'm
really
just gonna
mad on
have
your
to
ass.
pick him up
Where's
now.
the bitch? That yellow fucker? I'll find his ass. I'll find his ass soon. I think there's some bitch up there.
You fancy yourself so fucking smart! Like you fool some shit and now are king of the fucking world! Come out! I'll rip your ass
No
in
fucking
two!
way I'm getting shot over this.
Freeze, Drifter! So, we meet again? Though I bet you don't remember who dragged you out of the water. My name is Olga, by the way. Was it you fighting the master of the forest? Awesome. Our hunters had been staying away from him for years. Damn it. Sorry, teacher. The logs all rusted up. Your friend Alyosha is already at the dam. He said your colonel won't wait, so you don't have much time. Sorry, I can't take you there. At today's council session, the pirates moved to attack your train, but they had no right to even call one without me present. As usual, I need to go and sort this out. But I have a few minutes to give you some directions. You need a boat to get to the dam. And our pirates keep all the boats at their swamp camp. They are not the sharing kind, but that's no reason to attack. Nobody wants bloodshed, so just stay out of their sight. Take the road to the barricade. Go down to the swamp and find the dock. That's where Alyosha and I took the boat from. Teacher, forgive me. There are some left, but be careful. Well, Drifter, take care. And don't make me sorry I helped you people. Tell Alyosha I said hi. I'll stay a bit longer to tend to the grave of the teacher. Decided to relax a bit before the trip. That's a good idea. And I'm second thought here. Once the master...
I'm getting down.
one. Stop right there.
Yeah, the bastard wants a boat! Take him down! Hey, what's that down there?
How was your walk?
Waste of trip.
Oh well, could have been a wolf. Hey, is that guy one of ours? Oh, all right. It's not going to check out itself. I don't see anything so far.
ass! This is the place where I saw something move, I swear. Why would any intruder be here anyway? I should have some sleep. Because as it is, there's no point in me standing here. nothing.
Something moved there, I think. What? It was nothing. Should have stayed there.
can't knock on the door anymore, eh? As the teacher said, courtesy distinguishes us from bandits and other animals. Wait a moment. You're not one of ours. A bandit, then. Don't look like one. Though you never know with them bandits. Different shit every day. Am I right or what, Senya?
You're always right, Admiral, sir.
Put a sock in it. Your nose is brown enough. Where was I? Ah, the bandit. Well, you're here. Which means that all those spineless worms and wannabe pirates are all dead. Am I right? Don't bother answering. Everyone knows I'm right. And good riddance, I say.
Perhaps we should offer him our hospitality, Admiral, sir. He is a guest, even though he's a bandit.
Ah, that's an idea. Take a seat, bandit. Let's have some tea. I bet you never tried anything quite like it. I gathered, dried, and brewed it myself. Can't get any help from this worthless lot. At least, they don't eat much. Hey, boys? Yeah!
Trying our best, Admiral, sir.
Ah, quit your yapping. Making a worse racket than the damn aqua's in heat. No respect for our guest, either. He can't get a word in edgewise. Leaving already? Then leave. You're just a rat like the rest of them. After all. Rats running from a ship. Once again, we are going to stay here and protect them all without as much as a word of thanks. Hey, boys? Alyosha, come in. We're moving ahead slowly. While the truck is being repaired, I sent 2 guys to look for Anna's men. Come here around and
Artyom? Damn, you're alive! I'm so glad to see you. And I just managed to get in contact with the Aurora. They are worried. And I get that. This place isn't as simple as it first seemed. Come, I'll show you. Let's go, Artyom. Hear the counter-react? There's a hell of a lot of radioactive sediment behind that concrete. And soon, it'll bring an end to this valley. Because the dam barely holds. Use your binoculars if you don't believe me. We can't stay here. Nobody can, really. Well, see that zipline? Those kids built it back when there wasn't as much seepage. That's where we need to go. The old man said the Aurora will soon be on the dam. We gotta hurry. I think something's wrong at the Aurora. It seems that Anna is not doing too good. We'll know more soon. Come on, Artyom! Damn, that is a lot of dirt! Man, I gotta tell you, I met this awesome girl here. She's drop-dead gorgeous. Name's Olga, an instructor. Everyone respects her. Plus, she's pretty understanding. Believe me when I said we're not enemies. She was the one who let me go from their camp. Love at first sight. I kept telling you people about my animal magnetism. So, here's your proof. She was so smitten. She even walked with me. And, you know, this is something new for me. I hated to say goodbye. I asked her to come with us. Can't leave them all. She's so strong. So now I have this thought stuck in my head. I hope Olga persuades all those guys to leave. And leaves herself. I don't like this feeling, Artyom. There's this beast I saw. A bear the size of a freaking house. Hear that? I think it smelled us. This bridge has seen better days. Get some! Artyom? Damn, you're alive! I'm so glad to see you. And I just managed to get in contact with the Aurora. They are worried. And I get that. This place isn't as simple as it first seemed. Come, I'll show you. Let's go, Artyom. Hear the counter-react? There's a hell of a lot of radioactive sediment behind that concrete. And soon, it'll bring an end to this valley. Because the dam barely holds. Use your binoculars if you don't believe me. We can't stay here. Nobody can, really. Well, see that zipline? Those kids built it back when there wasn't as much seepage. That's where we need to go. The old man said the Aurora will soon be on the dam. We gotta hurry. I think something's wrong at the Aurora. It seems that Anna is not doing too good. We'll know more soon. Come on, Artyom! There! That is a lot of dirt! Name's Olga, an instructor. Everyone respects her. Plus, she's pretty understanding. Believe me when I said we're not enemies. She was the one who let me go from their camp. Love at first sight. I kept telling you people about my animal magnetism. So, here's your proof. She was so smitten. She even walked with me. And, you know, this is something new for me. I hated to say goodbye. I asked her to come with us. I can't leave them all. She's so strong. So now I have this thought stuck in my head. I hope Olga persuades all those guys to leave. And leaves herself. I don't like this feeling, Artyom. There's this beast I saw. A bear the size of a freaking house. Hear that? I think it smelled us. This bridge has seen better days. You alive there? Huh? What the hell? Artyom! Get out of there! Shit! What an enormous beast! Well, Artyom, help me here. Let's restore this line's tension. We're done. Olga!
I told you people, they just needed passage.
Are you sure you're not coming?
I'm sorry, Alyosha. I can't just up and live like this. No matter how much I like you.
In this case, I bid you farewell, my fair lady. Ah, to hell with it. Olga, I'll be back.
I'll be waiting.
Artyom, let's go! Olga! Remember what I told you! Get them out of the valley! There's death behind the dam! I just hope she convinces them! They are stubborn like children like this! Even though they look like these, those pioneers, huh? She'll handle them all right!
You guys really had us worried there. Anna is in bad shape. We must move. Time is short. Neither the air nor the drugs we found along the way are of any help now. The illness has progressed too far. Come!
We all remained silent while the Aurora was running along the poison sea held at bay by the dam. We believed we'd be back. Now, having seen the sword of Damocles hanging over the valley, we knew it was not meant to be. Alyosha is especially worried. His Olga's there. Perhaps he will be able to warn her via radio and save the people there. What happens next? I have no idea. I am ready for anything. Anything but one thing. Anna, please, hold on. Without you, I have nothing to live for, nothing to dream about. Doubly so, since if not for that dream of mine, you'd be all right now.
Artyom, you know, when I found this photo of the Pacific Ocean, I just knew for some reason that we were going to go there in the end. All these rivers, mountains, deserts, they just won't do. It's ocean or bust. I believed we could make it. I did. I know I'll get there. And if I need some help, you'll be there for me. You'll save me again, won't you? Artyom, please. Stop torturing yourself. It hurts to even look at you. You and Dad too. It's not your dream, and not his belief in the occupying forces. It's just fate. A stupid piece of cloth in the wind. Rotten concrete. An idiotic ammo dump.
Artyom, you should go. I'll give her a shot. Let her sleep a bit.
Come with me, bratucha. There are things to discuss. Hey, leave your work for the moment. Come to the bridge. Stepan, come to the bridge.
All right, one moment.
Tell me what happened last year. Did someone bully you?
Alyosha, I'm online as promised. I hope you can hear me. We did examine the dam and reservoir. As soon as possible. At least before the rainy season starts. The dam is barely accessible, and if it gives, the valley will be washed away.
Is she?
Tomorrow.
Well,
We have news, Start, and it seems to be bad.
we haven't had any other variety in a long time, so no
Take a seat, bratucha. Boy, this conversation is not gonna be simple, I think.
Until today, we thought that this shot of Novosibirsk was a simple error.
What's
You're
wrong?
wrong. The legend says irradiated zones are highlighted in shades of green, while purple highlights indicate errors. Today, though, I found some small print. The thing is, radiation levels way outside of normal operational range of the scanner are also marked as errors. Simply put, the radiation there may well be completely off the scale. We're about 500 clicks from Novosibirsk, and the radiation outside is almost as high as back in Moscow.
It got me a morehead.
The shots are 20 years old. The radiation can't be quite as high now, but still, Novosibirsk is most probably.
So what do we do now?
I'll tell you what we do. Artyom and I will go.
This is not
All
the
right?
other way. We go together.
Sir,
Not always.
First, she is my daughter, his wife. My paranoia about the occupation forces drove her into that damned bunker. And Artyom with his dream. He dragged us out of Moscow. So we too are to blame.
Still, we are the order. We are one crew and we should all act accordingly. We should all go.
Discussion is closed. This is not an order mission. It is a personal errand, mine and Artyom's. We don't need any help. Second, we don't know the exact location of the medicine. It might be in the city center, or in one of the Academ Gorodok labs. So Anna's life might well end up in your hands, too. Third and last, wherever we might go, winter is coming, and getting the Aurora stuck in snow is what?
That's something we can't allow.
Do you remember what Yermak said? Remind them,
Huge
please.
railway technology museum at the city outskirts. We'll almost certainly find a snowplow for the Aurora there.
So, gentlemen, your missions are to search the Academ Gorodok labs and prepare Aurora for the winter. Crew, get ready for the mission. Also, we are starting constant radiation level monitoring outside, effective immediately. Sam, you're first.
Yes, sir.
I think that lethal radiation levels there are actually good news for us.
You mean there was nobody left to rob the drugstores and hospitals?
Exactly. Unlike the towns we've been through.
Colonel, sir, an update on the suits.
Yes, what's the situation?
I managed to assemble only 2 complete ones.
You see, they're for Artyom and me. It's fate, that's what it is. Will they help?
Well, they'll protect you from dust, but even the direct radiation there is so high, it could...
Yes, can you add more protection?
Sure, Yormak does have some lead sheets in store, but the suits are rather bulky and heavy as it is.
We aren't exactly attending a dance party there. How much time will it give us?
A couple of hours. Not enough, I think.
Better than nothing.
Don't worry. We'll make do. Always have. I'll add some lead shielding to the car's cabin. Try to stay inside for as long as you can out there. Thanks. Get on it then. Yes, Colonel, sir.
Still, I can't help worry. It's such a huge risk. So many good people died from radiation exposure in Hansa's railway crews. But Moscow had nothing on the radiation levels they're going to face.
Nah, these people don't really care about risks. You know them well enough. Hey, tell me about that museum. When did you learn about it?
I was always a railroad fan, even when working in the metro. We had this experimental facility near Moscow where they tested all kinds of railway stuff.
I'm sorry, Mother's right. The medicine is called Renergen F, and she was completely amazed by it. Mind you, she was a real doctor, unlike me.
Katya, believe me, your mother would be proud of you.
Thank you, Alyosha. I hoped I could help, but Anna's case seems to be extremely unfortunate. That gas on the Volga lost most of its punch already, but it was enough to start the destructive process. Of course, the hopes I had for the valley and its air were naive, but even the valley in the end.
Yes, air, water, and the forest. It's all there. But I'm afraid not for long.
This story before, but I'd like you to listen. You see, I had this Tokarev pistol. That fail-proof thing that had failed me once. It was a great gun, powerful. Punched through any body armor you could still move in. But it only had 8 bullets. And that just proved not enough. I came upon some bandits that were tormenting a family, and I just couldn't. So, I snapped and got all of them, save for one. The fucker hit me hard. By the time the order people arrived, I was half dead. Thought they were angels. Anyhow, here's why I'm telling you this now. There are more of us now than I had bullets then. So, I'm sure we can take whatever the world throws at us and win!
So, Bratucha, up for a smoke, I see. I don't remember if I already told you about this. Read about the kind of people I would meet. And that the further I'd go, the less people were good. So here's what my take on this is now, Bratucha. I just wasn't lucky. And now with you and the others here, I figure I just hit a jackpot with so many good people together. Thank you for you. Such a great guy. Died at that bridge. Though I must say, to see Silantius laid in state, I'd stick my neck out further than anyone, yeah. Or Damir. Visiting his homeland was his dream. I thought he'd just stay there, especially since we took that barren bastard down. No, Damir still went with us. He couldn't just leave his friends. That's the caliber of a man he is. Alyosha too. I thought he was kinda rudderless, but he found the love of his life, imagine that? And did he stay with her? No. He cares for you and Anna enough to leave the girl and come with us to Siberia. It's gonna be a while before he sees his Olga again. So here's the main point. Bratucha, if you and the Colonel have people like this coming with you, this means our cause is right and we can take anything on, don't it?
Actually quite nice. We'd find some common ground.
Is the dam in such danger?
It is. But even if it could hold out for years more, a third of the valley is already polluted with radiation. All the fallout was accumulating at the bottom of the reservoir for years and years, and now it's seeping through. Yet if the dam fails, I hope they listen to my advice.
Do you love her?
Yes.
If it is fate, you make her again. Well, I'll go check on her.
trying to kill each other once. And should be enemies, I guess. But, you know, when the Colonel took me from that crowd, and women and children beat me up, I was scared. I couldn't raise my hands. I'm not a beast. No, I sure was strong then. Thank you for thinking of those poor souls in the Deadlands. I'm not a believer, but if there was a God, he'd never let this happen. I'd still like to believe that kindness will come back to you. Good luck, brother.
Anna isn't giving up. She believes in me, believes in us, and for a good reason. Thousands of kilometers of track behind us, we are finally approaching Novosibirsk, a dead city concealing her hope for life, the medicine that could save her, somewhere in its cold, irradiated heart. A year ago, we left the poisoned ruins of Moscow, and now we are about to enter another city stiff in the murderous embrace of winter and radiation. Will we ever find somewhere to live on the surface? Maybe. But for now, we're returning back into the bowels of Metro. Back to Savannah.
Novosibirsk. Sure hope this time it's not another bunch of nuts.
The bridges are undamaged, and the radiation's climbing like crazy. I think there'll be no nutcases this time.
The houses are undamaged too. Sam, what's with the radiation?
8 times higher than in Moscow and still climbing, Colonel. I think we better not stay outside for too long here.
Are you ready, Artyom? Follow me.
Good luck. You can rely on us.
The situation here looks more complex than we thought. Still, time is short, so we're taking the direct approach. Let's refresh the plan. Yermak, we'll take the Aurora south to the Sibirskaya cargo station. I marked it, Stepan.
Krist, Sam, Idiot, and I will handle the Institute building in Akademgorodok. We'll pay a visit to the Railroad Museum on the way. There might be something for the Aurora.
I'm staying to guard the Aurora with Tokarev.
Good. Artyom and I are checking the Institute's main building. Radiation is way too high here, so we'll try to get there through the metro. Well, let's get to it. Good luck, Spartans.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Are you going out on a mission to save Aunt Anna?
Yes. Could you please watch over her for us until Artyom and I come back? Please?
Of course. Teddy and I will be her guard. Will you help me, Teddy? Private Teddy mission acknowledged. Goodbye, Uncle Artyom. Don't worry about Aunt Anna. Teddy and I will watch over her.
She's sleeping. Are you leaving?
Yes. I hope we'll make it in time.
Anna is strong. She'll be here for you. She definitely will. Just make sure you come back.
Thank you, Katya.
Come in, Artyom. The attack ended. I did my best. So you don't have to worry. Her pulse is strong. She's just exhausted. She'll probably sleep till tomorrow now. Come back soon. Seeing you would be the best medicine. Anna is strong. She will win this fight. Just make sure you come back. Good luck, Artyom.
You're here, Colonel, sir. Thank you. Artyom, this is no Moscow where you could loiter outside for months. Who knows what monsters live here? So think well what to pack. I'll be waiting at the car.
Gear up, Artyom. I cleaned your guns and put all the ammo and resources we had left in here. You're going to need it.
You ready?
We are. So, Artyom, here's your chance. Our last chance to save Anna. We must make it count. Saddle up! You keep overwatch. I'll be busy watching the road. It's not squeaky clean, I'm sure. Good luck, gentlemen. We are her last hope now. All those carriages stuck here. They failed evacuation, I presume. Let's try to get into the square behind the station. Metro entrance should be there. Alright, walking here would be easier. We should minimize our exposure. So here goes nothing. So, how do you find the road to your dream? Do you wish we never set out? I can see that. Well, let's put those feelings away for the moment, Artyom. We can handle this. I think we can get out through there. Hold on! That's a lot of cars. The army had the traffic blocked. The town got hit smack in the middle of evacuation. We're definitely not entering the metro through here. Too much snow. Take the wheel, Artyom. I'll handle the navigation. We'd better use the map here. No time for driving in circles. All right. The map puts the metro entrance quite close to our position. Careful! Mind the car! This road should get us to the city center. Take it, but keep looking around. There might be a way into the metro on the way. Oh, so much snow. And the storm is getting worse by the minute. Weird feeling. The buildings are intact, but the city is dead. Don't you think Moscow was better, eh? Okay, turn right. There's nowhere else to go. Try the courtyard, on the left. Don't rush it. We're done for if we get stuck. Go straight here. Careful, Artyom. Careful. Still getting worse, as well as the radiation. rising. The tilters won't last long. Come on! Let's go! We have to move or we're done for! We're approaching a large intersection! The station entrance should be right past it! Watch out! The snow is deep! Move on! We might be able to get into the metro here! Through the bus! Go down! Wow, we're finally here. Let's find a way to the city center. That's what I call a cave-in. Got any ideas on how we get into that tunnel? Through the carriage. I'll help you open that. Let's do this. Skeletons all around. These have been here for at least 20 years. Let's move on and keep your eyes peeled. These guys can't hurt us, but the survivors might. We need to get to the Lenin Square station. The Institute is a stone's throw from there. The metro isn't very deep here, and with the radiation so high, the locals probably didn't last long. It's a bit safer down here, though we've already taken at least triple the norm up there. The tunnels. This is just like back home. We're in our element here. What do you know? The air is breathable. Mutants again. Going to have a go at us. Let them try, I say. The straightway is blocked. Take a look around, Artyom. We need to get into the tunnel next to ours. Are you okay?